dos, tres.
Hey guys, and welcome to episode número dos. Right now we're about to start the countdown because we want to collect the viewers so we can start all together and be on the same page. In case you're watching us and it's not Friday or we're not live anymore, just simply fast forward down into the end of the countdown so you can go ahead and start watching the actual show. Today I'm super excited. It's episode número dos, where we're gonna talk about the different options that you have when it comes to live streaming. Thank you very much and stick with us. We're about to start as soon as the countdown finishes. Thank you very much for joining us today for our episode número 2. My name is Juan Guerra. I'm the host of Live On. Today we have a very exciting episode because, as you know, Live On, it's all about growing your business through live video. Last week we discussed about how can you actually use live stream, why should you actually start implementing a strategy for live stream. Today we're gonna move on what it is, a very interesting topic, very important trend on the marketing skills out there, and we're gonna focus on the different options of live stream that you can actually take advantage of. And I'm gonna give you a couple of tips depending on what kind of business you are, so you can decide which option you should choose. As I said, my name is Juan Guerra. I'm the host of Live On, the place where entrepreneurs come to grow your business. So let's go ahead and start this show now. All right, so thank you very much for joining us today. I'm super excited today to be on episode número 2. And as you know, as you can see, we are live right now. If you can see the little sign that Facebook puts there, or if you're watching us on YouTube, you can see the little live button. You can see that we're live. In case you don't see that, it's because you're already watching the recorded version. In any case, I want to encourage you to go ahead and ask questions. Any questions that you may have regarding live stream and live video when it comes to your business, make sure to get ahead and ask them. Even if we're not live, it doesn't matter. Monday morning, we're gonna go ahead and answer all your questions. So make sure that you're asking questions as we move along, because at the end of today's episode, I will go ahead and answer them. Today, we're gonna talk about 3 very important things, and they actually have to do with the different options for live stream. First, we're gonna discuss the basic side. So you, if you're a small influencer, small business, how can you actually use live video and what are the options out there? We're gonna go ahead and then focus on the intermediate side. Perhaps you're a media agency. Or third, we're gonna go into the big scale when it comes, for example, to a conference or a festival. So at the end, after this, if you have any questions related to any of the points I have mentioned, if you want to learn more on how you particularly can use live stream to grow your business, just go ahead and ask them, and as I will come to the end, we'll go ahead and answer to you. So the first thing actually is the most basic one. So the first level when it comes to yourself, me, myself, and I. This is the most common one where you see you can easily use your own phone and actually stream yourself. Today, phones have 4K cameras. They have very good quality picture, which it's great for creating a live stream because depending on the platform, you are gonna get a lower quality of picture than the phone can actually give you. So if you think that you need to get an expensive equipment to go ahead and live stream, you know that this is not true. You can already use your phone to start streaming to your different social media channels, depending on your business. So if you are a blogger or you want to become an influencer, you can go ahead and stream. One thing that is super important is actually audio. Audio, I don't recommend you to use the audio from your phone. I recommend you to actually get a small microphone that you can plug in into your smartphone. One of the things, I don't know if you noticed, but I myself have also a little microphone, which is the one that you're listening from. And what I use is a little Rode microphone, especially for smartphones and particularly for iPhones. So this costs maybe around 50 euros, probably around 60 euros. I don't know where you may be. Just for you to have an idea, with just $60 or 50 euros, you can already improve considerably the audio within your live stream. So If you're by yourself, if you're an influencer, you're a small business and you want to showcase the different things that you're working on and engage with your audience, the best thing I can tell you is go ahead and use your phone. Now, you may want to have a different tool to check the comments. Perhaps you can have a laptop nearby where you can see the live stream and track yourself and see the comments that are popping up so you can interact with the people there, because I mean, it can be quite hard if you're holding the phone and looking here as you're talking. So perhaps you want to have a separate audio source. I'm gonna go ahead and check. I want to encourage you to ask questions. I see that so far we don't have any questions, but I want to encourage you to ask your questions when it comes to live stream. I will be addressing them at the end of the show. As well, I want to encourage you and invite you to share the live stream, to go ahead and like it or share your feedback, because you know this is episode numero dos. So as we continue to move on, we want to learn and improve ourselves. So make sure to have that. So this next level, as I already spoke about the basic side, obviously point number 2 when it comes to the different options of live stream is going to be an intermediary level. Let's say a medium level. Perhaps you are a media agency or you want to get into the topic of doing interviews live with different personalities. You want to start streaming more often, things that is not only you, but you can get a more professional side. Also, if you're a brand, not so much like a coffee place or a small business, but more like a more relevant brand, perhaps you organize events constantly. Intermediate level involves already actually, you need one more person to support you with your live stream. You need somebody who's gonna be there, perhaps having an app like Switcher Pro, where you can connect different iOS devices, perhaps an iPad and an iPhone, and you can connect them and you have then somebody switching between the different cameras. If you notice right now, I am talking over here, but we also have a camera right over there. So you can see, obviously, I cannot switch by myself. I have help here in the studio, which I can go ahead and show you right now. Look at them. So as you can see, we actually have say hello guys, turn around. Yeah. So as you can see right now, actually, we have a team of 3 people interacting with what it is social media and switching between the cameras and handling the software. So obviously we have a higher level production. Still, this can be considered intermediate level, where you have somebody switching between the different cameras, putting in the inserts, like for example, a call to action, like drop your comments or share this live stream. There are many things that you can have together with other people. As you can see, share this live stream right now. This is something that alone, obviously, I would never be able to do, but in an intermediate level, you can already have a team that is supporting you. As well, I mean, there's different equipment. I don't want to go into detail when it comes to the gear that you could use to create a better stream, but definitely you can go from anywhere from your phone to multi-$1,000 cameras. In this case, we're using what is called a Mevo and a Canon. The Mevo is actually very good if you want to invest a bit more money to stream yourself on the basic side, then you can control it very nicely. Or if you want to grow, then perhaps you have 2 cameras. In this case, we even have a light coming in to support the way that I look. This is pretty much level 2. I'm gonna go ahead and actually check once again the question. Hey Rina, hi, nice to see you. Hi Vilana, thank you very much for joining us. I want to encourage you, if you're out there and you're interested into getting into live stream, if you want to learn more about how can live video grow your business, go ahead and share your questions. Even if we're not live anymore, I want to encourage you to share your questions, your thoughts, your feedback, because we're constantly coming back and answering to you. All right. Hey Rina, thank you very much. Okay, so as we move on, now we go to point number 3, to level number 3, and it's actually the professional production. We at Stream, we are a professional company where there is a lot of pre-production going on before an event. We mainly work with event organizers and conferences and also brands when it comes to employer branding or PR. Why? Because you need to make sure that you have a high quality stream. Your consumers, your customers are gonna evaluate your brand based on the quality of your stream. Super important. For example, I want to share with you a video that we have prepared to give you a better overview of what it means a professional production live stream. Go. Huh? What do you think? Pretty cool stuff. Of course, as you start growing and growing, I mean, you can invest more money and develop also the equipment that you have and the different things that you can insert. We can even have from slides and also videos and audio and many other things. So if you're an event, obviously you have interacted with a lot of people to get them into your event, and you want to engage those who didn't make it there. So a professional live stream is something that it is a must. Also as well, when it comes to what you do, it depends on the quality of the live stream that your consumers will be evaluating what kind of products you're having. So professional live streaming, we're talking about different cameras, we're talking about camera operators, we're talking about people perhaps handling the social media, you have a moderator. So we're talking a very complicated, very intrinsic team that is very developed. We're talking perhaps 4 people, even more, that will be there delivering that professional live stream. At the same time, most of the work actually goes before the live stream. When you want to stream an event, I mean, we're talking that you're pretty much taking that physical event and creating a parallel event online. So there's gonna be a lot of production going on the side before the actual stream goes live, because inserts and videos and audio, all that needs to be planned in advance, so that once you go live, I mean, you can only catch that moment once. So you need to make sure that you're more than ready to make it happen, that it captures and it looks cool as hell online. I'm gonna go ahead and check the phone, and as I said, I want to encourage you to go ahead. If you're watching us right now, go ahead and share this live stream, like it, and most importantly, check the phone, because as you can see right now, I am getting to the question time, and well, there are no many questions to answer, so it makes this part actually quite easy for me, because, well, there are no questions. Anyway, it doesn't matter, it's fine, we'll continue and moving on. But I see that there are a couple of people watching right now. Perhaps everything is very clear. Perhaps this is something where you are fully learning and you're not implementing. What I want to tell you is, if you want to get into the area of live stream, I want to more than encourage you to start streaming. Maybe go on Instagram, do the Instagram stories. Get comfortable with the camera, get out there, and the more comfortable you feel in front of the camera, the better the live streams are gonna go out there. If you're a small company and you wanna get into live streaming your events and engaging your community, don't worry about complicated or expensive equipment. The most important thing is gonna be the audio. But before the audio, so that people can listen to you properly, you need to create content that gives value to your audience. This is the most important thing. So start building your discipline, start building the routine, start getting out there and start streaming. Little by little, as you get more complex, you can go ahead and invest on the equipment, whether more cameras, more people, engaging inserts, and further. As you can see, if you're an event, then you have brands and sponsors where you can use a professional streaming company to bring the most amount of value. Good. So if we don't have any more questions, I'm gonna go ahead and actually move forward with the stream. I want to encourage you to look into what you need. Live streaming is something that is coming. In a world full of noise, it is super important that you stay authentic and natural. Those brands out there who manage to stay natural and authentic are the ones that are gonna stand out from the crowd. And livestream is the best tool to do that. It cannot be more natural than this. You can have a conversation, you can prepare, you can plan, you can have your notes, but in the end, once you're live, it doesn't get more authentic than this. Which is why I want to encourage you to start planning on your live stream strategy so that then you can improve yourself as fast as possible, because little by little, more and more companies out there are gonna start. More and more companies and brands are gonna have this two-way conversation with their audience. You see how the technology is changing the landscape with Netflix, Amazon Prime, and now with the social medias implementing more and more ways to make it as easy as possible for you to stream. If you're a small business, if you have a community, just go ahead, grab your phone, buy a little microphone, and start streaming yourself. Once you build a routine and learn more about it, then you can jump into other equipment. If you are a brand, maybe you're a media, a magazine, or some kind of website where you're constantly vlogging or reporting on different things that are happening, then invest a bit more, perhaps have a multi-camera. You can use a switcher app, you can get a small production company to support you and then outsource this so that then you can have the technology side covered and you can focus on bringing as much value as possible to your audience. And lastly, if you're a conference, a bigger event, anything from 100 people up, you're definitely gonna need a professional production company that you can have inserts, you can use the slides, you can have high quality audio, and so on, especially multi-camera changes so you can grab different angles and more. Most important thing is to understand where you wanna be, where you need, or what kind of level do you need to grow your business, and set a budget accordingly so that then as you move forward, you can engage your audience. I want to invite you for next week to join us, because next week we're gonna talk about the content that you can actually create to engage with your live stream. We started, first of all, why you need to start a live stream campaign or a strategy last week. Today we talk about the different options that are available for you to implement that live stream, and next week we're gonna talk about the content and how to create content for your online stream, your online community. So stick around. From my side, I want to encourage you to share this live stream, like it, or more importantly, share in the comments below what your thoughts are or your questions so that then we can address them further up. My name is Juan. I'm the host of Live On. In this episode, we address on the different options that you have to live stream your event or to your community. And as you know, Live On is a place where entrepreneurs come to grow their business by using live video. I'll see you next Friday where we're gonna discuss about content. See you guys. Have a nice weekend.